Hey guys, DingØ here with a little video for you. Now it's been a while, university has concluded, now I'm on break so I can actually start making videos again. Mind you, Lethal Company got a fat update finally after a long wait, so I'm back in business. This video is going to be a little quality of life improvement, mainly talking about the suits that we can buy with the armor pieces. Just something I think would be interesting for Zeekers and the community to consider going into updates like V63 or whenever. So this video is just going to talk about, and not really power armor, but armor that provides like a really unique bonus. So some things that come to mind for me would be an armor set that gives you, or a suit that gives you one extra infantry slot, maybe something that makes you run a little bit further, so your stamina drains a little bit slower, but then in return you gain stamina back a little bit slower, kind of like a risk and reward thing. So in this video I'm just going to talk about 4 little ideas. I have maybe 3 if I get them in time. So the first one is going to be an extra slot person, so someone can have, instead of 4 slots, 5 slots. This would be, pretty cool, would make, transporting cargo even better, maybe even 6 slots if you wanted. I know it sounds a bit, be like, what? It sounds a bit OP, but you gotta remember, most things in the game are either two-handed or have weight. So for example, if we take the toy robot, that weighs 21 pounds, and if you get 6 of those, unfortunately, that's what, 6 times 20 is what, 120, and then 6 times 1 is, it's 126 pounds, meaning it's more than a gold bar and cash register. So you're not going to be moving too fast. That's kind of the drawback. You can get as much items, way more, like 1.5 times more items, but in return you're a bit heavier. Moving on, I think like a speed person, like a speedy suit would be cool. Something that, like I said earlier, you have like a lot more stamina, or maybe just drains a bit slower, but in return you gain it back slower. So that'll make someone, running throughout the mansion or like the facility or mine shaft a lot easier. Just get them in, get them out ASAP, that'd be huge. One thing I was thinking of was like a health increase thing. So this one would be like, Juggernauts type thing. I know it kind of doesn't fit the vibe of the game, but realistically, we have 100 hit points. A lot of things can attack you a few times or just instantly and you just die. I think maybe giving them 25 or 20, maybe something that can give them 1 extra leg up on the thumper, for example. Because coilheads do like 90 damage, so having 180 hit points would be ridiculous. But for instance, thumpers can hit you like 4 times, if not 5, and then you die. So maybe being able to tank 1 more of them would be great. Especially loot bugs, when they get a bit cheeky, they can fly through and hit you a couple of times, which sucks a bit. But that'll give you an upper hand. One thing to counteract that though would be, maybe just move slower naturally. Maybe if you have more hit points, you just move a bit slower. So you'd be, the guy at the back following everyone around, making sure everyone's okay, communicating, you'd do a lot better. And finally, one thing I thought would be really interesting, I don't know how Zeekers would do it, maybe it might be pretty easy for him, but I wouldn't mind a guy that has like a audio increase. So maybe there's someone that can hear things further out. So what I mean by this is nothing's louder, but audio cues can be heard further away. So for instance, with the barber, if you're really close to him, you'll hear a snare drum and like that weird bwomp sound. But when you go further back, you only hear the bwomp, and then further from that, you hear nothing. So maybe he has just a bigger area to hear noises. This would make him hear like items dropping. So it's, hey, is that one of us, or is that a loot bug? Maybe hear a vent pop. Okay, that was a vent popping, be careful. Maybe here's like coil-led steps. Okay guys, we got a coil in the loose. Maybe he'd hear like a thumper, just somewhere. It's like, yeah, there's a thumper, I don't know where it is. Maybe, maybe even like directional hearing, because like when things are above you, below you, on the same floor as you, and they're in the exact same position, they sound identical. You cannot tell them apart. You don't know where it is at the moment. So I think maybe being even able to like discern where the noise is coming from, up or, above you or below, would be cool. But moving on from this, I think a cool way to get around this though is how would you acquire these suits or whatnot. I think what Zeekers could do, which would be huge, is keep all the suits the same, but on the terminal as a separate thing for each function. Like I said, tank, infantry, like scavenger, speed demon, speedy person, and like the audio guy. So there could be like, you get a suit, like the hazard suit, default suit, pajama suit, bunny suit, like bee suit, whatever. Then you go to the store and then you can buy one of those upgrades for your suit. I think a cool idea would not to keep it like 1 power per person, 1 juggernaut, 1 audio person, 1 speeder, and then 1 infantry extra slot. I think maybe keep them all available, because people may be a bit scared, and having everyone a Juggernaut would make, you know, their first experience or whatnot, just getting into the fight a lot easier. I think that'd be cool. I think also a good risk and reward would be like these suits, you know, depending on, obviously the community will figure out what's best. So, you know, you don't want to just put the Juggernaut as like 1,000 credits and it turns out to be the worst, because then that just, you know, if it's the worst and it costs 1,000 credits, there's no reason anyone will try it. But I think, you know, keep it like, you know, maybe $250, and then people can, like, you know, argue and figure out which one is the best. And then from there, Zeekas can up the price, maybe even give them discounts. That would be cool. One thing I think would be interesting too is the amplify the risk and reward would be if you die or you quit out of a server, so you save scum, it removes those abilities, so the game doesn't remember what you had. So if you die off a suit, let's say, you know, you brought the pajama suit because you're a Chad gamer, and then you brought the inventory slot for like, I don't know, 600 credits, so you spent $1,500 for that whole outfit and like the power. But let's say you die, when you spawn back you'll jump in the pajama suit, but then you don't have the credits left to buy the upgrade for the suit, you won't have anything. You know, you don't have that power. One thing I think would be interesting, I don't think it would work. I think it'd be a bit, you know, a bit tricky to implement, but possibly when you buy a power for a suit, the suits get a little icon, like maybe the speedy guy has like feathers on his feet to let everyone know he's got, you know, like he's a speed demon. Maybe the guy off the audio thing has like huge ears. That'd be quite funny. His huge elephant ears poking out. That'd be quite cool. And then maybe like the Juggernaut guy would have like a reinforced helmet just to amplify, you know, because it's heavy, he moves a bit slower. Something like that. But just to wrap it up, I think, you know, maybe Zeekas could consider power armor upgrades, so you can go on any armor. Like I said, you know, you pick an armor, wear an armor you want, then buy an upgrade. Of course, if you swap suits, then it won't refund the power. You just lose it, and it costs upgrades to get it. Maybe even Zeekas can put in challenges to unlock them. So when they roll out, it's like you gotta defeat 100 loot bugs to get the Juggernaut thingo. I think that'd be quite cool. I'm gonna leave it here though. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Let me leave your comments down below. Do you think I'm insane? Am I smoking a crack pipe or what? But yeah, hopefully this, you know, Zeekas or people can just think about this. That'd be awesome. Anyway, have a good day guys. See you around.